Okay mga kabarangay, meron tayong malaking balita, no? Naglabas kamakailan ang COMELEC ng COMELEC Resolution 10946 creating the Committee on Kontrabigay and the establishment of a Kontrabigay Complaint Center, pati na rin yung rules and regulations in connection with the disqualification of candidates for vote buying. Okay? This is very big news. Sa pagkakaalam ko, ito yung unang pagkakataon na nagkaroon ng ganitong klaseng resolution kung saan they will tackle in depth kung anong gagawin for vote buying, no? And so, clearly, isa tong pagtugon doon sa palaging nirereklamo ng taong bayan tungkol sa vote buying. And, this is a good development. So, kailangan himayin natin yung mga puntos niya. Okay? Nagbigay ng tatlong pangunahing dahilan ng Commission on Elections kung bakit nila inilabas ang COMELEC Resolution 10946. Unang-una, sabi nila, there is a need to combat vote buying and vote selling, which has been dubbed as the modern cancer of democracy. Through the concerted efforts of the Commission and other government agencies, citizens' arms, and other stakeholders instituting the whole-of-nation approach. Yun yung una. Sabi niya, kailangan daw labanan ng vote buying dahil isa itong cancer ng demokrasya at kailangan gamitin yung whole-of-nation approach. Ibig sabihin, lahat tulong-tulong. Pangalawa, there is a need to create a committee to be known as a Committee on Kontrabigay that will provide an efficient mechanism and structure for the implementation of the policies and guidelines of the Commission against vote buying and vote selling and ensure the active participation of all sectors of society in pursuit of the Commission's effort to systematically stop the perpetration of vote buying and vote selling, thereby protecting the sanctity of the vote. Let's unpack that. Una, sabi niya, kailangan daw magkaroon ng komite na ang tawag ay kontrabigay. Anong gagawin ng kontrabigay? Well, ang pinaka-importante ayon sa dahilan na ito is magbibigay siya ng mekanismo at struktura sa pag-i-enforce ng rules on vote buying. Isa yan sa malaking nirereklamo palagi dati na medyo kulang yung detalye dati. Ito ang susubukan ng resolution na ito na punuan ngayon. And finally, the third reason for this resolution is that it is the policy of the COMELEC to provide a procedural tool to aid the Commission in the prosecution of vote buying and vote selling as an election offense through the establishment of a reliable and effective platform or facility to receive reports, of vote buying and vote selling. Okay? Dati kasi, matatandaan ninyo, ang vote buying at vote selling, nirereklamo lang sa social media. Magpo-post ng picture sa Twitter or sa Facebook. Magpo-post ng mga video, ganyan. Pero, anong gagawin pagkatapos? Usually, yung mga nagpo-post, hindi mo na mahanap or hindi naman nagpipresenta sa COMELEC. Iba dyan, natatakot kasi baka resbakan sila nung nire-report nila. And all of these are very valid reasons. Kaya nga, sabi ng komisyon, ngayon, gagawa tayo ng procedure, ng standard operating procedure para mas efficient yung pag-process natin. Magkakaroon na ngayon ng isang procedure, a procedural tool to aid the commission. Diba? Marami pa. Sa mga nakaraang election, mga kabarangay, ang palaging gawain kapag pinag-uusapan ng vote buying is that may mga kababayan tayo na magpo-post ng mga litrato sa social media, sa Facebook, sa Twitter, papakita sila ng mga picture ng halimbawa mga flyers or mga polyetos na may nakakabit na pera o dili kaya magpapakita sila ng mga images o mga video na kinukuhanan sa mga kalye kung saan nakikita naman mga tutumpukang mga tao and so on. Only very rarely tayo nakakita ng mga ganyang klaseng pinopost sa social media na talagang nauuwi sa aktual na prosecution. Bakit? Kasi kulang nga naman sa impormasyon yung pinopost sa social media. Okay? Nakikita mo, meron kang nakikitang mga outward signs siguro na nag-i-indicate ng vote buying, pero for legal purposes, medyo manipis. Kulang sa impormasyon. Okay? And one of the reasons for this is that ang hirap mag-report ng vote buying. Right? Pag ikaw ay nasa field, kunyari ikaw ay nandun sa mismong, sabi mo, nasa barangay o nasa polling center,
kanino ka magsusumbong na may nakita kang nagbibigayan ng pera? So, nagiging hamon yan, nagiging challenge yan. And in the past, ang kaya lang gawin ng mga taong bayan is mag-report sa social media kasi wala naman talagang tatanggap ng report nila. Ngayon, binago na yan. Dahil dito sa COMELEC Resolution 10946, dahil nag-create na ng Committee on Kontrabigay, magkakaroon din ng Kontrabigay Complaint Center. Kontrabigay Complaint Center. Ngayon, yung Kontrabigay Complaint Center or KBCC ay mag-ooperate from August 28 hanggang October 28. Okay? From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then from October 29 to October 31, 24 hours a day na yan. So in other words, ngayon gumagana na yung KBCC. Pwede ka na in fact magreklamo sa KBCC kung may nakikita kang mga instances of vote buying. Ngayon, anong gagawin ng KBCC? Ang KBCC or yung Kontrabigay Complaint Center ay magre-receive ng complaints at reports of vote buying and vote selling from any citizen. Now, it's important, yung from any citizen na yan, may kadikit yan. From any citizen who has personally witnessed the act of offering or promising by or of voters' acceptance of money or other consideration from relatives, leaders, or sympathizers of a candidate. Ibig sabihin, yung magre-report, kailangan merong personal knowledge. Siya mismo nakakita, siya mismo naka-witness, o siya mismo ang nakadinig. Okay? Pangalawa, yung KBCC ay mag-a-assist sa preparation ng complaint. Yan ang isa sa pinaka stumbling block dati. Sabi natin, o di mag-file kayo ng kaso. Sasabihin naman ng witness, hindi ako marunong mag-file ng kaso. Paano ako mag-file ng kaso? Wala man akong abogado. Ngayon, nakalagay na dito na yung KBCC na ginawa ng COMELEC na pinapatakbo ng Committee on Kontrabigay ay mag-a-assiste sa preparasyon ng complaint, ng affidavit of witnesses, attesting to the offer or promise, etc. of the vote buying or selling. Okay? So may kakampi na tayo, may katuwang na ang pangkaraniwang mamamayan na magre-report ng ganitong klaseng activities. Okay? Pangatlo, yung KBCC ay mag-gather ng relevant evidence for vote buying and vote selling. Okay? Katulad halimbawa ng mga video clips, photographs, and other audio-visual recordings. Ngayon, very important, itong video clips na ito, kailangan corroborated. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang basta isang video clip lang, kailangan may confirmation. So, ang titipon-tipon niyan, ang mga ngalap niyan ay yung KBCC. Kasi, siya naman din yung tumutulong sa inyo mag-prepare ng inyong mga report at mga complaints, no? Okay.
Mga kabarangay, isa sa pinakamalaking challenge sa pag-i-enforce ng rules tungkol sa vote buying ay yung pag-identify kung aling mga acts o aling mga gawa ang pwedeng ikonsidera bilang vote buying. Ngayon, dito sa bagong resolution ng COMELEC, naglabas sila ng rules na nagsasabi na itong mga galaw na ito, itong mga act na ito, ay pwedeng i-presume na vote buying. Ibig sabihin, pag nakitang ginagawa mo ito or nahulihan ka ng ganito, ay iisipin ng COMELEC na malamang vote buying nga yan. So, presumed vote buying and vote selling. Okay? The Commission, sabi niya, the Commission of the following acts along with the possession of campaign materials and other corroborative evidence shall be presumed to be vote buying and vote selling. Okay? That's the key word, presumption. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, sa unang tingin, iisipin kagad, ito vote buying ito. Siyempre, pwede mong patunayan na hindi. Pero, from the very beginning, iisipin ng COMELEC, vote buying yan. Okay? So, ano-ano itong mga acts na ito na presumed vote buying and vote selling? Una, possessing or delivery of any coins, notes, monies, cards, pay envelopes, bags, groceries, tokens, or anything of value, together with sample ballots or other campaign materials in favor of or against a candidate. Ibig sabihin, kung meron kang bit-bit na pera, mga card, mga pay envelope, grocery, ganyan, or anything of value, tapos may kasama kang sample ballots or other campaign materials in favor of a candidate, presumed na vote buying ang pakay mo. Okay? Number 2, offering or promising something of value in consideration of someone's vote. Okay? Obvious naman yan. long lines or queues of registered voters, persons for the distribution of money, discount, insurance, or health cards, grocery items, and such other goods intended to be used to induce the persons to vote for or against any candidate or withhold their votes in the election. Ibig sabihin, yung vote buying pwedeng para bumoto ka sa isang tao or para wag ka bumoto, okay? Or to vote for or against any aspirant for the nomination or choice of a candidate in a convention or similar selection process of political party. Okay? Number 4, house-to-house election campaign. Marami sa atin ang gumagawa niyan. House-to-house election campaign which involves the giving of money, discount cards, grocery items, and such other goods to induce the household or the occupants to vote for or against any candidate or withhold their votes in the election or to vote for or against any aspirant for the nomination or choice of candidate in a convention or similar election process of a political party. Ibig sabihin, yung pagka-house to house, okay lang yon. Pero kung mamimigay ka ng kung ano-anong bagay, pera, discount card, grocery items, etc., para maengganyo yung mga nasa household na yun na bumoto, vote buying ang presumption dyan. Okay? Number 5. Holding of bingo games, talent shows, or other similar activities that involves the distribution of prizes by the candidates or their supporters, or by any person in which the names of the candidates are mentioned, or those conducted in a place where the names or the pictures of the candidates are displayed or visible. So yung pagpapa-bingo, pagpapa-game show, pagpapa-talent show, kung saan makikita mo yung mga mukha ng mga kandidato or babanggitin yung pangalan ng kandidato, again, presumed na vote buying event yan. Okay? 6, employing the hakot system or the gathering of 2 or more registered voters to a specific place before election day and on election day for the purpose of distributing money or anything of value or sample filled out ballots. Okay? So, 2 things, napansin mo. Una, dinefine na ng COMELEC yung hakot. Ano ba ang hakot? Ang hakot ay gathering of 2 or more registered voters to a specific place before election day or on election day. Okay? Pangalawa, kailangan may purpose. Yung purpose mo, distributing money or anything of value and or sample filled out ballots. So, hindi kailangan ng pera. Merong sample ballots lang, yari ka na. Okay? 7, possessing, transporting, and or carrying cash exceeding 500,000 pesos or its equivalent in any foreign currency, along with campaign paraphernalia, and or corroborated evidence during the period of 2 days before an election or on election day, except those are authorized to carry such money, right? So kung may dala kang pera, marami kang pera, baka maakusahan kang vote buying. Especially kung may dala ka ring campaign materials, okay? Causing the splitting of the amount of at least 20,000 to smaller denominations of 200, 100, 50, or 20 pesos during the period 5 days before election day and on election day, okay? Except when necessary to or in connection with the occupation or business of the possessor. So halimbawa, nahulihan ka na nagpapabarya ng 20,000 pesos pataas. Tapos wala ka namang magandang dahilan kung bakit ka nagpapabarya, no? Ina-assume na gagamitin mo yan for vote buying. Number 9. Conducting medical missions, legal aid services, feeding programs, or any caravan offering any or all of these services in a certain barangay or locality in which the names of the candidates are mentioned or those conducted in a place where the name or picture of a candidate is visible or displayed. So yung pagpapa-med mission, pagpapa-legal aid, ganyan, magpapa-konsulta kunwari sa mga doktor or iba't ibang professionals, abogado, kung saan babanggitin yung pangalan ng kandidato o kaya kung saan sa isang lugar na makikita mo pa rin yung picture or pangalan ng kandidato, vote buying yan. Okay? Ayon sa COMELEC ngayon. Number 10. Dami, di ba? Giving, distributing, and receiving any assistance or ayuda except those which are normally given to qualified individuals, such as but not limited to basic needs in the form of food, transportation, medical, education, burial, and other such similar assistance during the campaign period, the day before election day, and election day. Pamimigay ng ayuda, consider vote buying na ngayon. Okay? Number 11, hiring or appointing more than 2 watchers per precinct per candidate who shall serve alternately. Naku, yan yung pinakamalaking isa sa pinakamalaking strategy ng mga tumatakbo, yung lahat ng tao sa barangay gagawing watcher. Ngayon, pag nag-hire or nag-appoint ka ng higit sa 2 watcher per precinct, nakaw, kukonsider yan na vote buying. Okay, 12. Possessing on election day indelible ink. Bakit ka naman magkakaroon ng indelible ink, no? On election day, indelible ink or any chemical that may remove indelible ink, such as but not limited to acetone, nail polish, remover, or paint thinner, except when necessary to the occupation of the possessor and those authorized by the commission. So, kung meron kang bit-bit na acetone, pangtanggal ng Q-Tech, ganyan, halimbawa, or paint thinner, tapos hindi ka naman pintor, hindi ka naman beautician, tapos pakalat-kalat ka on election day, baka madali ka for vote buying activities. Okay? Possessing of blank original ballots during election day, except those authorized by the commission. Obvious, hindi ka pwedeng magkaroon ng blank original ballots. And finally, such other analogous circumstances. Ang dami. Diba? Ang dami. Ang haba na nitong video na to. Pero, importante po lahat yan. Tandaan natin, yung mga activities na yan, kung iisipin nyo, pangkaraniwan na nating nakikita sa mga campaign. And ngayon, pwede na nating sitahin yung mga nangangampanya. Kung nakita nilang ginagawa nila yan, maaari natin silang ireklamo sa Kontrabigay Complaint Center dahil ito ay presumed to be vote buying or vote selling activities. Stay tuned for more.